United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call attendance, please.
Giovinazzi.
Here.
Alvarez.
Here.
Adams.
Here.
Barsolia.
Here.
Andalura.
Here.
DeStefano.
Here.
The Sunshine Law. This meeting of April 28, 2025 is being held in compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act, and the notices of the meeting have been provided via email to the Press of Atlantic City, the Daily Journal, on November 9, 2024, as well as having been posted on the Municipal Bulletin Board and website at buenaborough.org. The mayor's absent tonight, and we'll move right on to public comment. Opportunity for anyone to comment with a limit of 5 minutes per speaker. Please refer to the following statement. I will need a motion to open the public portion of the meeting.
Second.
Motion Alvarez, second Barsolia. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, anyone wishing to address mayor and council, please step forward and state your name for the record. Hello, everybody. Okay, seeing none, I'll need a motion to close the public portion.
Motion. Second.
Motion Andalura, second Barsolia. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, on to page 2, resolution number 8525. A resolution authorizing the budget to be read by title only. Roll call vote.
Giovinazzi.
Yes.
Do we have a motion?
Motion.
Oh,
Motion Barsolia, I didn't say that, sorry.
no.
Motion Barsolia, second Andalura. Now roll call vote.
Giovinazzi.
Yes.
Alvarez.
Yes.
Adams.
Yes.
Barsolia. Andalura.
Yes.
DeStefano.
Yes.
Okay. Now, public hearing on the 2025 municipal budget. I need a motion to open the public hearing.
Motion.
Motion,
Right.
Stefano, and second, George. All in favor? Any opposed? Okay, the public hearing is open. Is there any discussion from council or the public?
So the budget was accepted, and we're going to amend a couple lines tonight, and obviously adopt it tonight. So we're well underway.
Very good. A lot of time was put into the budget with the CFO, the finance office, and the George chairing the budget committee. So thank you, and kept our taxes as low as possible. Any other discussion? Okay, I need a motion to close the public hearing. Motion Frank, second Marina, and all in favor? Any opposed? The motion carries. Public hearing is closed. So now resolution 8625 to amend the 2025 budget. We need a motion to pass this resolution to make the amendment, and we have Marina as
No, that was Pat.
Pat as a motion,
Second.
and a second by Marina. And roll call vote?
Giovinazzi.
Yes.
Alvarez.
Yes.
Adams.
Yes.
Barsolia.
Yes.
Andalura.
Yes.
DeStefano.
Yes.
Okay, resolution number 8725, a resolution to adopt the 2025 municipal budget. A motion?
Motion.
Motion Marina,
Second.
second George, and roll call vote on 8725.
Giovinazzi.
Yes.
Alvarez.
Yes.
Adams.
Yes.
Barsolia.
Yes.
Andalura.
Yes.
DeStefano.
Yes.
Need a motion to open a public hearing on ordinance number 767-2025, which is a bond ordinance appropriating $100,000 and authorizing the issuance of up to $95,000 in bonds and notes of the Borough of Buena for the reconstruction of the tennis courts and park bathrooms by the Borough of Buena in the County of Atlantic. All in favor?
Motion.
You have to do a motion.
I need a
first.
motion.
It's an ordinance. We do a motion and a second.
Second.
Patty and George. And this is, we need a motion to open public hearing. We can do an all in favor?
You should have a roll call on
We should have a
your
roll call vote.
Okay, Giovanazzi? Alvarez? Adams?
Yes.
Barsoya?
Yes.
Andalura?
Yes.
Stefano?
Yes.
Okay, any discussion?
Anybody from the public?
Anybody from the public? Anybody from the council? Seeing none, I need a motion to close the public hearing.
Second.
And Barsoya and Alvarez, and roll call vote.
Giovanazzi?
Yes.
Alvarez?
Yes.
Adams?
Yes.
Barsoya?
Yes.
Andalura?
Yes.
Stefano?
Yes.
Now we need a motion to adopt ordinance number 767-2025,
Motion.
Second.
and roll call vote.
So we have Marina and George?
Yes.
Okay. Giovanazzi?
Yes.
Alvarez?
Yes.
Adams?
Yes.
Barsoya?
Yes.
Andalura?
Yes.
Stefano?
Yes.
On to page 6. Need a motion to open a public hearing on ordinance number 768, an ordinance amending chapter 115, fees, article 2, fees for the emergency services.
Motion.
Motion Marina,
Second.
second Pat, and roll call vote.
Giovanazzi?
Yes.
Alvarez?
Yes.
Adams?
Yes.
Barsoya?
Yes.
Andalura?
Yes.
Stefano?
Yes.
And just to remind everybody, this is to increase the fees for the services of our EMS department. Any discussion from the public or council? All right, seeing none, need a motion to close the public hearing.
Motion.
Motion Marina, second Pat, and roll call vote.
Giovanazzi?
Yes.
Alvarez?
Yes.
Adams?
Yes.
Barsoya?
Yes.
Andalura?
Yes.
Stefano?
Yes.
Now we need a motion to adopt that ordinance, number 768. Motion?
Motion.
Motion George, second Marina, and roll call vote.
Giovanazzi?
Yes.
Alvarez?
Yes.
Adams?
Yes.
Barsoya?
Yes.
Andalura?
Yes.
Stefano?
Yes.
Okay, on to page 8, which is the consent agenda. Consent agenda includes items of business which are not controversial and do not require individual discussion. A motion approving the consent agenda is moved, seconded, and voted upon as one item by Borough Council. If any discussion is requested on a consent agenda item, it is removed from the consent agenda to the regular agenda. Resolution number 8825, a resolution of the Borough of Buena, County of Atlantic, State of New Jersey, also authorizing the filing of an application for a short-term construction loan from the New Jersey I-Bank under the Construction Financing Program and authorizing the issuance of a construction loan note in connection therewith to fund improvements to the borough's sanitary, sewer system, and roadway restoration projects. Resolution 8925, a resolution of the Borough of Buena, the County of Atlantic, determining the form and other details of its note relating to the water bank construction financing program of the New Jersey Infrastructure Bank, to be issued in the principal amount of $3.5 million and providing for the issuance and sale of such note to the New Jersey Infrastructure Bank and authorizing the execution and delivery of such note by the Borough of Buena in favor of the New Jersey Infrastructure Bank, all pursuant to the water bank construction financing program of the New Jersey Infrastructure Bank. You all got that, right? Okay.
That's through the MUA.
Resolution,
We're
yes.
working with the MUA.
Yes, that's where we're in,
Okay.
right, in partnership with the MUA. Resolution number 9025, to amend adopted budget, chapter 159, special items of revenue and appropriations under NJSA 40A4-87. Resolution 9125, a resolution of the Borough of Buena authorizing the engineer to advertise for formal bids to be received for the fiscal year 2025 New Jersey Water Bank, number S340519-01, sanitary sewer improvements. Resolution 9225, a resolution of the Borough of Buena authorizing the engineer to apply for the 2025 New Jersey DOT Municipal Aid Program, and the road is to be determined. Resolution 9325, a resolution authorizing a 1-month extension to award a contract to Landberg Construction, LLC, for the NJDCA fiscal year 2024 local recreation improvement grant for the resurfacing of the tennis courts at Bruno Malini Park. Bills paid, excuse me, as listed, and approval for the clerk's reports, minutes of the special meeting of April 14th, and minutes of the regular meeting of April 14th. I'll need a motion.
Motion.
Motion Marina and second Patty. Roll call vote.
Givenosi?
Yes.
Alvarez?
Yes.
Adams?
I'll
Barseglia?
say yes, but I'm going to abstain to bill number 25-00134.
What number?
25-00134. I'm abstaining from paying that bill. That's for Martin's Catering.
Oh. Okay.
Barseglia?
Yes.
Andalora?
Yes.
DeStefano?
Yes.
Okay, committee reports, planning, zoning, inspections. Councilman Givenosi.
Couple things going on right now. The code enforcement ongoing matter, 104 South Franklin Street, 106 South Franklin Street, and 114 North Harding Highway, all owned by the same person. He did all this work, didn't have it inspected. He came, finally got permits to do this. He's got to open everything up so they can inspect everything that has to be done. And the permits have been approved, waiting on the inspection to be scheduled sometime in May. So this is an ongoing thing with this
That's ridiculous.
gentleman that owns this.
So I take another 6 months to get that all cleared.
Right. So evidently he had people living in there after he put the construction in, they had to move them all out.
Yeah.
And this is a timely matter that we're finally getting all correct.
Has he gotten any violations before this?
What's this?
Violations, has he gotten any before this?
Oh, yeah, he's got violations for it already, it's been sent out, and he doesn't have to pay for anything if he conforms to what he's supposed to do.
So in the meantime, the whole neighborhood has to be upside down looking at all this mess,
You're telling me.
right? Right. Right.
The
Yeah.
next thing, the zoning officer is at the Marlin Avenue, 103 and 105, the failure to comply with the notice to remove chickens from the residential. Court is scheduled for May 1st, so we'll see what happens in May 1st, because they're appealing it, they want to be grandfathered in.
Chickens?
They haven't filed.
Everybody wants to be grandfather.
I guess this is Buena Drive. Finally, lot 120 and 121 have received certificate of occupancy. Hopefully, now that that's already done, with the two properties being sold and occupancies being on, they should be able to start with that road. Because he's been holding up because of the road until the properties were all sold that were all on the that he developed out there. There's two properties that Patel owns one and the other another Patel owns, and they're empty lots that they bought next to the house that they live in. That should have nothing to do with the complaints about everything being sold.
About vacant land, right?
Right, everything being sold, we should be able to proceed and try to get this road fixed for the people that live on Buena Drive.
Over the weekend, I saw the big asphalt trucks, the flatbed with the machines on it.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
So they might.
I know they're doing the gas across the street. That has anything to do with it?
They were like asphalt trucks.
They were asphalt trucks because I know they're
I
fixing
believe they were.
major gas
I
lines
didn't read the name on it. You know,
on
I was
Central Avenue,
going fast, I think.
right on Lewis Drive.
Rick, do you have an update on that? Because I know we have.
I was in touch with
litigation
Special Counsel Mike Malinsky, and we needed an update from the engineer to give us an engineer's estimate as to the cost of the balance of the work after he completed the stormwater system. We immediately got it from de Blasio, sent it out, and a letter went to the developer as well as the bond company So that may have triggered everything, because there's no excuse, as you said now. And even the sale of the lots really should not have held anything up. The only thing that was holding anything up was the weather, which broke a month ago, so there's no excuse at this point. We're moving forward, and we've already passed a resolution authorizing the litigation. I'll check to see if the developer is in fact doing the road. It wasn't just the road that had to be completed, there were lights, landscaping, and fencing that also had to be completed. So we needed the amount of money, the value of the work to be done in order to go after the bond. We got it, and so the marching orders are not to stop going after them. So hopefully, maybe that is what triggered them to do what needs to be done. I'll check with Malinsky tomorrow and report to everybody.
I was under the impression they kept trying to hold us up, saying that we were going to do the job completely when all the lots were sold.
They did say that, but that's not an excuse for the completion of the road.
Okay.
We don't care about that. They were alleging that there was some agreement 10 years ago that said that they didn't have to do the road until then. That's not a fact. I could find no document that said that. And so that's when we sent the letter to the bonding company, authorized the litigation. He did complete the stormwater system the way it was supposed to be done. That was signed off, and then winter came. He couldn't do the road during winter, but now there's no excuse.
See, that's what I remember is the last contact of them was saying, as soon as the weather breaks, we'll start.
They were going to start. Okay. And the other thing was evidently on Heatherwood Drive, they got 3 permits for 3 new houses on that road, which will be pretty nice. That's it for me.
Okay, thank you. George?
So before I start on finance, just want to thank Cindy Holland and Nancy Grohl. So our committee did a lot of work, but it was all led by these 2 ladies that did a great job, so thank you.
Thank you.
So today was the first day, starting with our full budget, and I want to say that we finished up 17 weeks into the year. It's about 32% of this year's budget, and at this time, we're at 34%. So it's only 2% difference. Usually I'm saying at this time of year, it's 5 or 6%. So we're doing good, but then on top of that, there's certain payments that are done for the whole year, like our computers, they were all paid. There's insurance that gets paid. There's several other items that they get used up early in the year. So we're actually ahead of the ballgame. But thank you. As far as, and that is a good start, as far as tax collecting, we had 200, in March, there were 219 collections for $168,770 with 86 cents. And then in April, we had 228 collections for a total of $306,576.49. So next month, we'll have the mag later on in the year, but looking good, everything is going pretty good.
Very good.
Thank everyone.
Thank you.
Oh, by the way, our website, I was using our new website, it's fabulous. Even I can follow that one.
Good.
It was great, I loved it.
Okay, under public safety streetlights, that would be my committee. I have a report from our EMS chief. For the month of March, we had 79 dispatches, 52 in the borough, 20 in the township, and 70 in the city of Lyman, which included 11 cardiac, 7 psychiatrics, 6 respiratory, 1 motor vehicle accident, 3 medical alarms, 3 unconscious people, 2 assaults, 2 lift assists, 1 overdose Narcan, and 21 medical emergencies. So if you do the math real quick, let's say 80 calls in 31 days, they're hustling our squad. From the police department, for the month of March, Chief Cesare is present. We had a total of 1,041 calls, so do the math on that one with 31 days. And 381 motor vehicle stops, 235 motor vehicle tickets issued, 13 arrests, 3 DWIs, 4 disputes, 48 motor vehicle crashes, 6 well-being checks, 234 business checks, 16 animal complaints, 79 medical assists, domestic calls 5, missing person investigations 2, 2 burglaries, that's very good, 2 burglaries, and 49 patrols in the park. Council received an email from me through the clerk administrator's office about the fair weather and all the activity in the park, and it's starting up with damage and bike riding and a lot of stuff that they're not supposed to do. So the chief has actually assigned people out there, officers out there on foot patrol, and he keeps a log of it. And we urge anybody, parents, coaches, council people, whoever is out there, you see something wrong, dial the number 856-694-1414. That's the best thing to do. You'll get dispatch. Dispatch will send an officer here, as long as an officer is available. They'll send an officer here, and that's the quickest way to catch the knucklehead that's doing something wrong. You know, calling me or calling the chief directly just buys them time to get away, because then we have to call people, we have to call dispatch, we have to do everything that the person witnessing should be doing. Correct, Chief?
Yes, sir.
Anything to add to that?
Perfect.
I got so much.
Just for note, the other day, kids are on the dugouts, standing on top. The police come, I guess, walking around. As soon as they start walking around, the kids jump off and start running. And it's, you know what I mean? I don't know what can be done to stop them from doing it, but...
Sounds like a parenting issue to me.
Huh?
Sounds like a parenting issue.
Parenting issue, he says.
Oh, yeah, it is, but, you know,
They're not around, they're not here.
they're not around, the kids are on there. As soon as they see the police, they jump and start running off, and, you know, that's what happens.
And the motorized bikes, there's motorized bikes
Motorized bikes aren't allowed in the park.
there. Just one, when I got out of my car, one went on the lines and that back.
Well, they're allowed on the bike trail, but not in the park.
And that goes for anybody.
Yeah.
They're not allowed to have it.
No bicycles are allowed in the park. They're allowed on the bike trail, but not in the park. Okay, and the last thing under the police department is Officer of the Month for March is Officer Thurett. Is that correct? Thurett? Officer Thurett is one of our most consistent and productive officers. In March, he conducted 88 motor vehicle stops, issued 96 motor vehicle tickets, made 4 criminal arrests, 2 drunk driving arrests, and completed 11 motor vehicle crash investigation reports. He is a 2-time recipient of the Officer of the Month Award and is currently assigned to the Patrol Division on the B Squad. Thank you, Chief, and thank you to your department.
Good job.
Okay, next is Recreation. Nothing to report. Let's move on to...
Before I start on Recreation, I want to start on the Historical Society is having their spring festival this coming weekend on Saturday. So try and get out there. Debbie and her crew has worked very hard. They are going to have a car show. There's going to be, how many vendors are you up to now?
120.
120 vendors, food trucks. It is going to be awesome carriage rides, so please try and get out there. It is from 10 a.m. until 5 on Saturday. Now for Recreation, I reported last month, but they had a great breakfast. It was a huge success, and they wanted to thank everyone that supported them and who volunteered. Also, Recreation had their Easter egg hunt, where Recreation and volunteers stuffed over 2,000 eggs this year. So that was a huge increase from years past. They are hosting a community yard sale June 7th. Signs are currently being made and they will be up. If anybody wants to be added, they have like a treasure hunt, like a list of where, it's a map that they put out. They can get in touch with buenarec@gmail.com if they would like to be added to that list. Their next meeting is May 8th at 6, and they are currently working on new events for this year. Blackwater Pond work continues. We're widening all the trails. We're doing weekly cutting back there. Our next step is going to be working on the entrance and for the picnic area. Picnic area is where we've had the most damage. We've lost picnic tables and everything due to trees coming down. So we're going to be looking into doing something for back there. It's probably going to wait till next year though. And we are totally blocking off the blue trail due to repairs that are needed back there. There's no funding for it. So that's going to have to wait until next year.
Put the signs up.
We're putting signs up. We're working on that now. The waterways also, it's going to take at least another year to get that done. It's so wet back there right now. You can't get any of the heavy equipment back there. In the future, we're going to be asking for volunteers back there to help clean up. We did cut back a lot of brush and everything, so it's clearing it out. I spoke with Mr. Niemeyer this week. They're going to cut the field within the next 3 to 4 weeks. They have to wait for it to get a little higher, and they were waiting for their insurance policy to kick in so they can work back there. So. Special events, it's ongoing planning for Unit Day, Patriot Day. We sent out all of our sponsorship letters. All the food trucks are confirmed, all our vendors are confirmed. We're working on entertainment right now. For that, the Christmas in July is filling. We have close to 20 vendors right now, and that's all going to be in the Louise Facility Center, so we're almost at max indoors. So we're almost at max for that. And last but not least, the community garden got some great news this week. We received 5 yards free of their composting soil for free. They delivered it. We received 2 new signs, and we also are picked up by Rutgers. So what that means is their expansion is going to come out, and they're going to send volunteers from other gardens in our area that have community gardens, and they're going to give us some professionals that are going to be giving some garden talks at the community garden. And she's going to be giving us plants, and they're looking into additional funding for us since we aren't on the budget. And that concludes my report.
All right. Anybody interested here or at home that's tuning in, all of these dates should be on our website, and there's 2 calendars on our website. One is our borough municipal calendar, and one is the recreation calendar. So please check both calendars to look up these dates, all the dates that Marina mentioned, for all these different activities.
Oh, and I forgot to mention, we had a little snag in our concerts. They have to wait and get their insurance because you have to have your insurance in order to play back there. We're not carrying the policies this year, so we're having 6 concerts, but they can't get their policies yet. So we're kind of getting for delay a little bit.
So
But they're all lined
the
up.
senior concerts will be delayed.
Yeah, it's just going to be a little delayed for it.
Question on the community yard sale. We do have an ordinance that says you're supposed to register your yard sale and pay a fee. That day, the fee will be waived.
Wait.
All right, thank you, Marina. Moving on to buildings, grounds, and improvements. Chairwoman Andalura.
Okay, first of all, we got the money back. Let me see, the CDBG grant money for demo Central Avenue, Will Norelli building. It will be sent to us in 2 weeks. A letter was brought up here from Bob McGuigan for $43,500. So we're looking forward to putting that back in our funding for other things, right, Joe?
Yes, ma'am. Good job.
Also, generator tests for the borough properties are scheduled, coming up. We'll go to each building and test the generators. We also received quotes, 3 quotes for the roof for the EMS building. We're actually the lowest one. It's only for half the roof. It'll be on the Route 40 side. And Wade Alpha has the lowest bid, and it's $29,700. And that's where we've had the leaks, the worst. So, like over the office and so we're going to do that first. Okay, what else? The road department replaced, they pulled out the old shrubs in front of Borough Hall, and yet new ones were donated, and they were put back, the new ones were put back. The next project we'll be working on, hopefully, is the walking path from Borough Hall to Brewster Road. And we also have a couple benches, trash and recycling combos to be placed. One will be placed back at Blackwater Pond. We have to actually have the cement truck for the foundation for it, but those guys will all be involved. What else? Community groups have been holding meetings in the Louise Brazil Center. We are having a few problems with the conditions that are being when they're leaving. So hopefully, we'll work on, my committee will work on also with the mayor on the rules and guidelines on what's expected when they use the building. That it has to be properly replaced, the tables, chairs, and everything else, because the director and the assistant come in at 7:30 in the morning to be ready for the nutrition site. The people that go there actually get off the bus around 8:30, so they would like everything put back in place. They don't have time to do all this, so we're going to come up with some guidelines. Okay? What else? I also worked with, I took a walk in the park. Marina couldn't make it, and the mayor couldn't make it. Bill came, Carly, and Christina. They're working on the brick project, I understand, and we're moving forward on that. We have about, Bill said we have about 130 bricks from Benini School, and we're going to be weaving them in the new bricks. But we took a walk to try to find out where the best location would be. And so far, they believe, and I put my words in, suggestion into the front part of the park, like right in the beginning of the walkway, somewhere right there. Because there's still a lot of damage being done in the park. So why put the bricks back there? You know, put it right in the view where everybody can see them, put flowers and a bench, okay, and we'll pretty it up. Okay, so we're moving forward on that. And we got notified June 13th, Cleary School will hold annual day in Malini Park for all their children. And that's it.
Very good. You brought something up that just reminded me of something.
What?
Personally, I have about a dozen bricks from the original Midway Inn. The new part was, the old part remained when the new part had burned. Then they rebuilt the front part. But when they were demolitioning, I was in the back grabbing some original red bricks. No,
I mean, bar.
the contractor said I could have that. He made me wear a hard hat.
Rich,
You had to wear a hat.
I had to wear a hard hat.
Our solicitor is listening.
And so is the chief.
I saw the solicitor go like this.
So, if you're interested in them, they're in a wheelbarrow at my house. I didn't know what I was ever going to do with them, but that's a good idea. Maybe between the Midway and Danini, instead of just sitting in a wheelbarrow at my house.
I worked in there as a young teenager. Got my ears pulled a lot.
Okay,
But you learn.
on to roads and recycling. Chairman DeStefano.
Yes, thanks, Doug. Under road items, branches are being collected. Leaves will be collected when branch collection is complete. Recycling grant paper is completed with the ACUA and will be sent to the state of New Jersey by our county recycling coordinator from the ACUA. Grants from 2024 will be received. The amount is $5,000 $540.47. Flower Street, Plymouth Road, and Friendship Roads are complete. Potholes are being filled. They're going to need a little bit more material to finish that. And the first round of grass cutting of borough properties are completed. And that's it.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you all, council. Moving on to any unfinished business. Okay, any new business for council?
I think a lot of thanks to a lot of our community that are involved, more than I remember.
No, we think we have a great team on council and from the public this round.
Do you want to
Community
talk about
connection.
community connection?
We, new businesses in the town.
Go ahead.
So Saturday was the grand opening of the Buena Connection Brewery, which is the old Nautilus on Wheat Road. And Patty, myself, and the mayor attended. The mayor and the owner did the ribbon cutting, and it was very, very nice. I encourage everybody to stop there to check it out. You don't have to drink or have an appetite for beer. They also sell soda and some snacks and goodies, but they made the place look absolutely fabulous. But we happened to taste a couple of their specialty beers, and they were very good.
We did.
About us going to Cleary?
And Cleary, went to Cleary this morning. So this is state testing week in the elementary schools in Buena Regional School District. So we were invited, and Marina and I showed up, the police chief, and 4 or 5 of his officers showed up, and all the kids from all the different entrances that they came into the school were met by us cheering people, encouraging them to do well on their state testing. I hope it worked. Rick, you have something?
Yes, Council President. I'm not sure if everybody's aware, but we had received a letter from the Mazzoni Law Firm regarding the Minatola, the Methodist Church. Adjacent to that property is an old easement alleyway. And they had in the past requested that we vacate the alleyway, which ultimately would transfer the property to the 2 adjacent property owners to that alleyway. The issue died down, and they just brought it back again. And I think it's something that we need to talk about in closed session as a contract matter. So I'd ask council to consider a resolution authorizing the exclusion of the public from a meeting between the mayor, borough council, borough acting clerk, borough administrator, borough solicitor and staff, borough engineer and staff concerning contract negotiations, and authorizing the disclosure of minutes of the meeting as provided therein.
I need a motion.
Got a question on that first?
Yeah, let's make a motion, we'll have discussion. Okay. So motion, second. George, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, discussion.
There are more than just the 2 people that live alongside of it that use that alleyway. Now, if
These
they
are
want
the
to
things
close
that
the
we need.
alleyway up, that alleyway's been there and used.
Again,
by
these are the
people
things that we need to talk about in closed session.
Okay.
And so that will be an issue that we will discuss, and that's why we wanted to make it in a closed session, so we can talk about it and determine the best direction that we're going to go. But you're 100% right. There are other issues that go beyond that, so
So
we'll talk about
Thank
it.
you.
Will that be at the next meeting, or?
And the closed session will be at the next council meeting.
Yes. Okay, so we need a roll call vote. Where are we done?
Chivalazi?
Yes.
Alvarez?
Yes.
Adams?
Yes.
Barsoya?
Yes.
Candelora? Stephanie?
That's approving the closed session.
Yeah.
Okay, any other new business? Next meeting will be regular council meeting, May 12th at 6:30 p.m. And I need a motion to adjourn.
Motion. Second.
Second, all in favor? Okay, thank you everybody for showing up.
This has been a QBC television production, in association with our partners and sponsors. QBC broadcasts on Comcast Cable Channel 22, and live streams its programming on Facebook and YouTube. All rights reserved by Quinn Media and QBC, programming that serves the South Jersey market.